One thing about me, I love good news.
Oh, I love good news.
Let me say this. We are honored to share that our show was named one of the best so far 2026 by Apple Podcasts.
Keep that good work coming. We'll be the best all year. Let's see. Let's hope. Thank you, Apple.
Yes, thank you, Apple.
An honor to be nominated.
Yes. Okay, I want to hear, what are your favorite, let me say this, moments?
The Lover-Hater Caleb Pride Edition.
I learned a lot.
Caleb Heron Pride Edition was pretty eye-opening and jarring for some. For you, mostly. That was a really good episode. That one was really fun. What about you?
I'm going to say having Kat Cohen on. That was so fun. That was the dry bar of it all. The dry bar of it all really took me there.
And we've yet to get a cease and desist from them. So maybe because they know.
Girl, they don't. The lights are not on there.
We don't got money to sue. We don't got money to sue. Yeah. That is true. There are so many good episodes. Tell us yours if you have a favorite.
Exactly.
Favorite
I
moment.
love that. That's CTA.
I love a call to action.
As we call it in the business. Well, we're in such good company, and a lot of the other shows are also very good. Well, all the other shows are also good. I don't know why I said it like that.
Okay, so make sure to check it out, okay? Best so far. Go to the Apple Podcast app. You'll find us there. And a few other icons. Yeah.
And start with ours.
Start with ours. And then end with ours, too. Do a little shot. Get in there. Chaser us. Thank you, Apple.
Thank you, Apple. Pride Month is over.
Thank God.
But in some ways, it is just beginning.
Thank God. I was trying to speak your language. I was trying to do... Pride Month ended, so I gave you some Ramona.
Okay, I need to know your thoughts immediately on a little romance called Jussie Smollett and Karamo Brown dating.
Coming to Lifetime soon. Honestly, hearing that news, my first reaction was like, literally not now. Like, I can't take this on right now. I'm too tired. And it coming after Pride, kind of fine work, actually.
Well, I was in the car with Danny and Evan from Page Six Reality, and we were on our way to a World Cup match, and Danny was like, thank God Pride Month is over. Like, it really, I announced it to the entire vehicle. There were 5 people in the car. I was like, everyone,
quiet.
Jussie Smollett and Karamo Brown are dating or in a relationship.
Yeah. I mean, let me just say something. Let me get it off my chest. Jussie innocent. Only thing he guilty of
is bad choreography.
You was lazy. I was like, okay, no, like go full out. Like, please God, go full out. It's just you performing for Karamo. You might as well give him a show.
But he acted like he was really doing something.
He's just acting like me. He's just an auntie at a wedding at that point, and even they work harder. That was crazy. Are you standing? Are you standing their love? Are you believing in
their
it?
Love. Yeah. I do believe in it. It really is giving like two houses both alike in dignity.
If you can call it that.
Yes.
Sure.
No, they really seem like equally yoked, as the Bible says.
Yeah.
Like they match each other's freak. Heavy.
The photo of them like doing their pop walk, which was so obviously staged. I mean, we're all adults by now. I'm like, when we know that you called paparazzi, it's okay. Like, we can all be clear about it.
Yeah.
But like Karamo wearing that, what was this sweater? It was like rich black uncle or something like that, or like favorite gay uncle, some version of that. So combine those words and it's something.
He's a father. I don't know why he's calling himself uncle.
He's a father.
He slept with a woman before he came out. I heard him explain all of this on Jennifer Hudson show one time, and he got this girl.
You were getting your hair braided,
of course.
Okay.
Shout out
just
to
checking. Yeah, just checking.
Yes, he got this girl pregnant, and then they lost touch. It was like first time ever having sex too, which is crazy.
The odds are not in his favor.
Exactly. Then decades later, or maybe like a decade later, he found out that he had a son, and now they have a good relationship. They're close.
Oh, I love that for them.
So that's why the uncle thing is confusing to me, but totally.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. But I also read that it was like weeks after Jussie Smollett called off his own engagement.
Oh, he was engaged previously.
And then weeks later, this news dropped. This bomb.
And you know what? I love a messy timeline.
With messy light skin.
With these two, I love it. Give me more of it, actually.
Kind of us. because I am Karamo on my fake healing journey. You know, I would create an app for like the hardest way.
Other like gallon of filler in your face first.
That's true. Coming soon. Who knows?
Too much. It's
Who
too
knows?
much. It's
we'll
too much.
See.
Okay, who is more chaotic, Jussie Smollett and Karamo Brown, or the parkour couple at the top of the Empire State Building? I know you're a big fan of those.
I am a big fan of those people.
Two.
No,
of those two.
I am. I really believe in their love. Suddenly, I'm like straight rights like that. Scaling the Empire State Building just to put up a sign that essentially says "Love is love." Like no real stance on anything. It was just, what was that quote that was, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. That's the statement you're getting arrested over?
That's like Wingardium Leviosa. That's giving...
It's like, giving Noah Centineo with the black square, yes. Whatever he did. Yeah. At one time.
It matters not
yes.
what you do for others, but what others have done for you to do for that. Whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
Very that. God forbid we're not off book on the Noah Centineo acceptance speech. But them doing that just to like get the shot and like say basically like, love wins is kind of beautiful to me.
Well, love did win that day.
Oh, because was that the Jussie Smollett news?
No, I was going to say they didn't get arrested, did they? Or they did get arrested, but
they definitely got arrested.
But they're not.
The NYPD read that sign, they're like, let him go.
Well,
yes.
Well, the NYPD, who, mind you, had their phones taken before the Taylor Swift wedding. The officers on the scene had to lock their phones away too. I said, if we don't defund the police right now, what in the world?
This is so ghetto. Lord Jesus. Yeah, I love that couple and I love their commitment to getting the shot. It's just like me and my Instagram. It's just like Dua Lipa was like, I understand her. I understand her making him work. Okay, we just have to get those couples out of the way.
Yeah.
We're getting to the main event, if you will, in a mere moment.
So Taylor Swift wedding.
Sure.
I want to talk about Meta glasses, the Meta surveillance state.
And I'm going to let you speak. Yes, girl. And what else? Oh.
Love Island.
New bombshells have entered the villa. We're talking about Love Island again.
And people have been kicked out of the villa.
They
said
villa. They sent some eviction notices up in there.
They said, pack your bags, pack your knives and go. Are you looking for a safe space for your secret celebrity opinion?
Do you need someone who understands your latest internet obsession?
We are decade-long best friends who connect over fussing
and discussing
all things pop culture.
We're your first stop after that TMZ push alert. From Higher Ground Audio, I'm Peyton Dix.
And I'm Hunter Harris.
And this is Let Me Say This.
Let me say it.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
Where does one begin at the Taylor Swift wedding? You want to start highs? You want to start lows?
That's all.
You got plenty of the bottom.
Yeah.
I guess like who? Okay, let's start here. Mm-hmm. Who was a guest you least expected to see?
Machine Gun Kelly.
MGK.
Yeah. No, I saw his name on the list. I said, wait, what? That must be Travis's list. Huh? What?
Yeah. Oh, it definitely was. Oh, white boys don't play. White boys don't play about a white boy who was once a rapper. He country now or something, I think.
Yeah, it's giving like the Wigga Alliance.
Oh,
like
yeah. We see each other.
Yeah,
very that.
Yeah, that's what it's giving.
Okay.
That was a shocking one to me. I know you were shocked about Karlie Kloss.
Well, not shocked. I was.
Oh, you were vindicated.
Up. Yes, because I was like, thank you, yes. I said on this little podcast, let me say this, that I really plugging our podcast on our own podcast, Meta.
You know people's attention spans, girl.
Yeah,
go ahead and do it.
But I was like, oh, I hope a lesbian can dream that Karlie Kloss comes. And then I posted that on TikTok when I tell you, flooded with comments. Did you see that? That everyone's like, coming from the future to tell you some good news, girl. They look out for me. Gaylors look out for each other, you know? But then someone was like, Diana Agron missing though. She was at a Mumford & Sons concert.
She's always somewhere. I was at an event and she was there and I was like,
she's really beautiful.
Oh, it was a screening of The Invite. Yeah, I didn't recognize her, but yeah, beautiful.
But yeah, not shocked by it. I will say I didn't expect a Tate McRae viewing.
Yeah, but I'm pro.
I'm never anti.
There's no one at the wedding that I thought, you low-key shouldn't have been there. Like the guest list was anyone who's ever looked at them, except for, you know who I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Where was Nicki Minaj?
Wake that up.
No, where was Onika?
Nicki gonna be in the comments too, being like, and that's what I said. Yeah, the guest list was literally like anyone they've ever met and a +1.
Right,
right. And then you get a +1 on top of it.
Totally. I liked, pro, no wedding party. up
yes.
on
Yeah,
at the altar with him. That I liked.
Well, I don't mind the ethics of a wedding party because I'm messy and I live for drama, but I don't like the look of it as like on stage. It's like, I don't want you standing there. This is literally about me. And like, if you're not serving in a photo, I'm not gonna care. Like, it's my pick. So I'm not gonna be thinking about you in the group shot. But yeah, I do think that was, out of all the class acts, that's the one thing that we can give
I'll
her.
say another was that Travis's best man was Jason, and Taylor Swift's best man was her brother Austin.
Love brothers. Jason,
I know he does things to you. I know. For you.
I thought I was gonna surprise Hunter being like so random, but Jason.
Right. So I actually know you.
Yeah. And he's just like a bear to me, and I'm like, I get it. I'm with it. Sorry, lose my gay card left and right. Prize over. But we do have to talk about the emblem of it all. There was a photo that was leaked from inside the wedding.
Yes.
That showed the TNT logo with these pink drapes, pink satin looking drapes, if you will, and then a like myriad of photos, never before seen photos of Travis and Taylor along the wall.
Yes. And it was giving that one photo of Gwyneth Paltrow whenever someone was like, oh, she's standing in a vulva. It was like for a goop thing. That's what it looked like. That's kind of what the draping, the pink, that's what it was giving.
Someone was saying funeral home. I'm like, don't boo vote. What do you think it was? Funeral home?
It was giving funeral home.
It was also kind of giving, where I know you're going to say, and it's correct.
What was I going to say?
Oh, hookah lounge.
Oh, no. No, the inside of the space was not giving hookah lounge. It was giving like Barbie dream house, but like
yes.
like something like bad Barbie dream house. I'm sad that Greta Gerwig had to be exposed to that. But the logo itself, which was seen on those boxes that they gave out the night before, that was giving hookah lounge. Yeah. And my friend Chris Milazzo, she posted that in the hung up chat, and I said it to my friend on the phone last night, the biggest Swiftie I know, and she was like, well, yeah. Yeah. I really can't say anything against that. It does look like a hookah lounge logo.
That one particular photo, we were talking about this earlier, I was like, looks like a VH1 reality show backdrop to me.
Oh.
Early aughts, too.
It also looks like Ziwe's set. The set of her show.
I guess in the pinks.
Yeah, the pinks, like the big photographs too.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. Ziwe.
Yeah, Sue. we got you. But that was like so crazy to me. And I do, in my heart of hearts, was like, maybe it's an homage to Travis Kelce's early career as not a football player, but a reality TV star. Catching Kelce.
Certainly an homage to Catching Kelce. I'm so glad that you finally said it. Like,
finally said the true thing.
Like everyone was thinking it, and finally
that's what I'm here for. That's what I was hired in this dynamic for, to bring up Catching Kelce, which I watched 3 episodes of, by the way.
And that is 3 more than I've watched, so I will give that to you, sister. What do you think about the idea of inviting a lot of people to MSG to create kind of like a Forbidden Forest sort of vibe on the inside with like a castle or something?
The woods.
Yeah.
I don't feel about it, only because I am new to the space.
Of
the wedding space.
Oh, okay.
And so I feel like I go to the experts, straight women, who spend a lot of dollars, a lot of time, and a lot of energy watching some nuptials. I'm trying to get in the bitch. I'm knocking on the door. Let me in. And they won't.
And we know why, too.
That's private. So I'm like, I can't judge too hard when I'm like, I'm still learning about the stuff, you know?
Well, at just any of these elements individually,
yeah.
Sure, but all of them together, it really lacked a certain cohesion. And we even saw that in the guests, because it's like, girl, what was everyone dressed for? What occasion? Everyone's dressed for something else.
Yeah, no one was really serving to me, too. Besides Lena Dunham, I like Lena Dunham's outfits.
Of course. Our sister.
Yeah, who did you like?
I thought honestly I liked the Carly Kloss dress. I thought it was pretty.
Yeah.
I liked the
Dakota Johnson. With that one little
she was fab.
fab, of course.
But she always looks fab. I mean, hello. And I liked the Gigi Hadid dress, although I did see an actress from The Pit in that dress at the Pit premiere. So I was like, okay, I mean, it's a nice dress.
Seen it before.
And who else?
We haven't seen her dress, right? Like everything I'm seeing is fake
Taylor?
nudes.
No,
yeah.
no. We haven't seen it. But she was wearing Jonathan Anderson for Dior and Louboutin heels. I did hear a rumor that none of the major designers would dress her
Really?
And so she had to pay for Dior, which I said, I don't believe that for a second.
Well, I heard another rumor that the dress had its own room. Is that normal though?
I mean, if you're getting married at MSG, you have the space.
I guess.
I mean, it's not like they're like the dress has its own dressing room. Totally.
Yeah, we're gonna hang it.
Yeah. But I don't believe that. It's like she's the most famous woman in the world at this moment, and of course anyone would be clamoring to dress for, and that she would have to pay for herself.
Yeah, no one has money in fashion, so I'm like, no, I don't think that's true.
Yes, however, I do wonder. Jonathan Anderson, he Loewe, he was big with Joe Alwyn. I wonder if he feels like child of divorce between the two of them.
He was big with Joe. Mm-hmm. That's not my truth, but I believe.
What?
He's not my truth. I just don't know a single
Joe
thing
is
about
not
him.
your truth.
Yeah.
And he likes it that way.
That's
what the song
like,
Peace is about.
He's not hot. Hunter immediately being like, you just have to see it in person. I was like, okay.
Well, now,
Sorry,
hold on.
Diva.
No, because I will stand and be counted.
I believe women.
I did not
unlike
see
most people.
anything in this man's face, and then I saw him in person at the 2018 New York Film Festival. He was there with The Favorite, and sitting up to him, I said, "I see why she keeps you under lock and key." As also today, she cut me in line for the bathroom, and I stand by it for letting her
wins.
do that. Yeah.
He said, "I saw your man. I'll let you cut me in line."
No, I said, you know what? I deserve it. You don't even know what I've done yet, so I'll take it. Anything else about the wedding that surprised you?
Oh well, actually, no, nothing she does surprises me anymore. And everyone be like, "Oh my god, like what? She's so tight." I think in general, it's like this is the biggest pop star who's known for kind of being just corny and having bad taste on the biggest day, as straight people say, of their lives. No, it's not. But I'm like, yeah, of course she did all this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. We're only gonna hear more. I'm just like, it makes total sense. Yeah, that she went like above and beyond for this.
The only thing that did really send a chill down my spine that I thought this is, a bit much even for you, was the Just TNT married.
God.
Because I saw that and I thought, someone on like MSG social team really is having a laugh right now. And that came straight from her. That's crazy.
Truly uncouth. And also, was it last minute copy?
It was misspelled too. There should have been a third T for Tree Payne.
Oh my God. I was like, they spelled married wrong? It might be so stupid.
It should have been just married.
Just married.
Because Tree Payne was in the wedding as far as I'm concerned.
She looked really good,
wedding.
actually. She looked phenomenal.
She did look good. Well, she had to show up and show out to show Jessica Chastain, it's not for you, sweetheart. It's for Amy Adams. That's written in the stars.
That's what she did it for. That's actually exactly what happened. TMZ, get this. Did you have any feelings about their $26 million donation right before?
I mean, they had to do something, and that really felt like the bare minimum. Yeah. I did see a professional reporter saying, why 26? Because 13 times 2. I said...
Not me liking that. I was like, right, because 13, that's our number. Just kidding. I'm an adult woman.
Right.
I would never care about such frivolous things. But we do have to hold. So when you listen to this podcast, Let Me Say This, me continuously plugging our podcast in our own podcast.
I love it.
One thing that we will always do, just about 20 toes behind a woman named Lena Dunham. Shaking what? A table, always.
As always.
Marble table. A wooden, any table. What?
Every surface that can be shaken, she shook it.
She shook it.
And I think that she should continue to.
Her saying, and I quote, "America football is just straight guys reenacting porn," and that disrupting the space. I think she had more to say, I'm sure.
It's certainly funny because I would love to know what any Kansas City chief has to say. They're like, who is she? She's just like Taylor Swift's like writer friend. I don't know. No. I'm like, I genuinely want to know.
Yeah.
What does Patrick Mahomes know Lena Dunham from?
Imagine he's a huge girl stan.
No, he's not.
He's like, I'm such a Jessa, or I don't know, what is he? I don't know anything about him either.
No,
except for his weird MAGA wife. But
yeah. And what he said about his hair that one time, it was weird. Yeah. Anyway, no, I think that she should. I think that the Taylor Swift having Lena Dunham speak at her rehearsal dinner is like the most inspired choice of the wedding. Yeah. And honestly, it could save it in my eyes.
Really? If we get the rest of it, we can all come back from here, actually.
No, if I get the full speech, I'm ready. Then I take back everything I've ever said. MSG is lovely this time of year.
You're like, and I'm going to do it again. Something real and true about me is like, I recently rewatched the Bad Blood music video. Cinema. It's so good. I cried because I was like, girl power and friendship. Even though you fell out with like half of these people and half of them weren't invited to the wedding, except for Mariska.
Wait, what's that one meme that's like, I've got some real memories with bitches I never fuck with since. Something like that. Because that's what it's giving.
That's beautiful, actually.
Yeah. Okay, well, was Blake Lively in the Bad Blood music video?
No.
Well, she also wasn't at the wedding, so what can you say? That, as I said before a lot of times, that really does make me sad.
Yeah.
I think that the text released between them about trying to figure out navigating the Justin Baldoni lawsuit, fallout, whatever, are genuinely like very sad. And honestly, I think one of the more empathetic, like human moments in
a rare
like,
human moment.
Taylor Swift Incorporated. And I don't blame her for not having Blake Lively at the wedding. I can understand both ways. However, I do hope that they figure it out genuinely.
I do too. I really got sad though because I was like, even after seeing those texts, I was like, oh, but they are like family to each other. Like this is something they could work through.
Yeah.
And a wedding to your average straight white girl is the most important thing in her life. So imagine this white girl, it's the most important thing in your life. And you don't make even a slight amends with your friends, and not enough to get her invited. I don't know, that made me sad.
But that's also how you know it's real love. How you know it was like real hurt and pain if like, I don't even want you in my line of vision at a 1,000-person wedding where Machine Gun Kelly is there, where Nelly and Ashanti are there. I mean,
Not
it's like...
that. Yeah, that was crazy.
What do
Because
you
they would have
think-
definitely been the flower girls. Some of,
Oh,
her
yeah.
kids,
Yeah.
her girls, yeah.
Yeah. But,
It is what it is, though.
who do you think was the most random person there?
I'm stuck between Tate McRae, Zadie Smith. I'll hear it for Benson Boone.
He was there?
Benson Boone was there, girl. Doing a backflip, I'm sure, somewhere.
Oh. Do you think, wait, this is funny. Do you think if you're Benson Boone, you're at Taylor Swift's wedding and they don't play your music, do you leave the night being like, well, they couldn't have done my please? Like, we could have added that to the playlist, or no?
That song's just not a wedding song at all. And I don't know a single other song. But I bet they made his ass flip. If that boy's there, I'm be like, yeah, flip, white boy, do it again. I'm going to make him work. For real. He's submitting W-9s to that wedding, for real. But
He's like
that
paid
shocked
entertainment.
me.
Yeah.
What were your random appearances?
Just really MGK. I was surprised that there weren't more like model girls there. I don't know, like Kaya Gerber, Jessica Alba being there was like kind of random, I guess.
But she was in the Bad Blood music video.
Oh, okay.
Upon rewatch, if anyone else is doing that.
Yeah.
In
But was like Bon Iver there?
No.
Oh,
No, I don't know,
beneath him?
actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. I'm like we go together.
They worked together
He's
for
probably
years.
in the woods somewhere, though. You know how he be.
I'd
He
be
like
in the
to
woods
be
with him. Anyway,
walking barefoot and stuff.
I think this wedding is culturally a low point.
Yeah, but it gave us something to talk about, huh?
Too much.
Paying these damn bills gave us
much.
something to talk about.
Too much.
Yeah.
They're like, great, no more Love Island for 5 minutes.
I know. Thank God we can finally rest. Yeah.
I wonder, okay, so the intimate family did not have to sign NDAs.
Yeah.
Some people may have had to sign NDAs, but just broke them, whatever. Is there really an NDA at an event where you have 3 anchors of Good Morning America there? Who knows? But the people who have spoken out about it are so random and funny to me.
Absolutely.
The CEO of
AMC.
AMC who I don't even know what he prompted ChatGPT with to spit out. The officiant was great, and didn't name him as Adam Sandler, which was so random. But I do want to know, who's going to be the first real celebrity to speak out? And I have a nomination.
Oh, well, I was going to say, and didn't Maren Morris, she was the one that posted the photo of the little doily,
Yeah.
which is also kind of random. I'm a Maren Morris stan. Don't ever interpret that any other way.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm like,
Her being there made sense to me. But I want to know, what does Dakota Johnson have to say about the wedding? What is Zoe Kravitz? Zoe Kravitz is she keeps a secret. I don't know. I want someone like boots in the ground. Probably Lena. Or Bradley Cooper. He seems like he's kind of spill the beans.
oh yeah, he seems like a messy gay who lives for drama. Absolutely.
You've got some inside scoop.
We might have heard that the song that she walked down the aisle to was a remix of Lover and the Fate of Ophelia. Thoughts?
I hate the fate of Ophelia, but you know I
really
love
don't
some
like that
Lover,
song.
but it's kind of weird because what is Lover? A Joe song.
Yeah.
So. It really
Wake
should have
that
been
up.
Invisible String. However,
Yeah.
that is so clearly, it's very specifically a Joe song. Because it's like he went to, like he moved to LA around the same time
Yeah.
and then like heard the song of hers, whatever. So that's a bit like, but I heard she said that retroactively, every song is about Travis now, which is very similar to
Well,
like,
I think you just reframe anything. You know, I do that all the time. If she just restructures it to be around him, I think that's totally allowed. It makes sense. I thought it was gonna be like Fearless.
no,
imagine
no,
her
sorry, no. A Joe song is a Joe song. Okay,
You are strict about Joe.
I'm strict about reputation. I know that.
you know
She
what the
only
kids,
put this dress for Travis Kelce to take off.
Well, it was for Carly Kloss to take off, actually. If we want to really do the Lord's work. So we have to legally move on. Our brains are broken. They are rotted. We know. I was about to go somewhere crazy, too. So let's clip. There you go. Can I just say, I've been following hair advice from everyone under the sun, and my curls were just not cooperating.
Because that advice wasn't for us. It was one size fits all hair care, which really means one size fits some.
Exactly. And the moment I stopped trying to make my hair behave like everyone else's and actually follow what it really needs, everything started to change.
That's the whole thing with Baskin Lather. It was literally born out of a family's refusal to accept a bad diagnosis. A dermatologist told the CEO's sister that her hair might never grow back, and after using these products, it's now down to her hips.
That's the origin story I want behind my hair care brands. Their stimulating scalp and hair balm is 100% natural, non-greasy, and no petroleum. It actually penetrates the strand without clogging pores.
For frizz, hydrating, detangling, you can use the Hydrating Hair Mist with aloe vera and avocado oil. You can even use it on protective styles like locks and braids.
These are real ingredients made for our hair.
Explore viral bestsellers and products for healthier hair of all types at baskinlatherco.com and use code LST for 20% off.
That's 20% off at baskinlatherco.com, code LST. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Hunter, how are you doing this summer? What are your goals?
Girl, I'm trying to set some boundaries. Ever heard of them?
No, actually. Like, I haven't.
I'm trying to finish The Artist's Way.
Yes,
I'm
Diva.
trying to, spend time with my dog, spend time in my apartment, soak up that AC, watch some movies.
Pay that rent. I might as well stay inside.
I might as well get my money's worth, exactly.
I do struggle in the summer. I struggle with saying no to things. Because it's just so hot out. You see all the kids in the street, and it's like, I want to be outside, but then I'm exhausted, and I'm overwhelmed, and I occasionally regret it.
Yes. I wanted summer so hard that I end up getting an attitude.
Yeah.
And I need to remind myself, okay, it's okay to take a break, to take some time for yourself, to just spend some time journaling, spend some time, I don't know, just kind of taking a moment, taking a beat.
Yeah, well, that's where BetterHelp comes in. With access to over 30,000 therapists, I believe. I mean, we could talk these feelings out.
And BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you, so you can find a therapist and focus on sharing yourself and not trying to figure out who, what, when, where, who's the best person for you.
Yeah, and you actually brought this up in one of our episodes before. One of the hardest things you could do is find a therapist. And BetterHelp makes it easy.
You don't have to say yes to everything this summer. Find support in therapy.
Sign up right now and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Lemme.
That's better, HELP.com/Lemme. Well, I've got something to say.
Yeah, go girl.
I saw this thing on Substack that said, a child of God would not wear meta glasses.
Did you
And I
tweet
agree.
it?
No.
Or did you post it?
No, it
Sorry.
wasn't me. But it was another child of God. I know that.
Oh.
Another member of God's property. I know that.
Stack.
I don't understand the meta glasses. Everyone is doing spawn for them. Every single person I know.
Yeah, I wonder, I mean, they've obviously been around in general for a while. They had, I think they only made the Ray-Bans, for a very long time. And with the new Kylie pair, which I think is just with Luxottica in general. I don't even know if it's the Kylie pair. It's just like the new, more like aesthetic shape, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of like, it's giving payola.
It really,
Everybody on
it's
payroll.
it's for sure payola. Like I know people who've gotten paid to wear them.
I know some people who haven't. Derogatory. Like, you just love tech like that? You just love Zuck like that? Okay, go off.
I cannot imagine anything more embarrassing than loving Mark Zuckerberg, which is also why I cannot imagine anything more embarrassing than The Social Reckoning, the Social Network sequel. But I think this big push around Meta is coming at a strange time because they laid off 8,000 employees in May. And then last month, the New York Times reported that Mark Zuckerberg wants to make like a polymarket call sheet kind of competitor. But, like that's what they say the next sort of iteration of the company. And it's like, and even the Times describes Meta now as like being an AI first company, and that's like why the layoffs happened. So something about these things happening in concert just feels like extra dystopian.
That was just what I was gonna say.
Extra strange and spooky to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway, The Social Reckoning. Have you watched the trailer?
No, actually.
Oh, so first of all,
Not me about to pull it up right now. Sorry, we working. My bad. I'll watch it later.
It's so funny to read. It's like a whistleblower. It's like, imagine if the Pelican Brief had no movie stars. And
Wait, who's in it?
Denzel. Oh,
No, bitch.
sorry. Always on the Pelican Brief brain. Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Strong.
Okay.
And
Okay.
who's the girl from Mikey Madison?
Oh,
And I did read an interview with Mikey Madison where she's like, so she plays a whistleblower, but she's actually like quite boring. So imagine Erin Brockovich if she like wasn't fun.
what?
Yeah.
If she wasn't poor, 'cause that'd be like
It wasn't a push-up bra that's cheetah print.
with the memory of an elephant. Don't mess with her. Now we're not even talking about the damn show. Wait, when does it come out?
October, I think.
Oh, okay. I mean, we'll be seated, of course.
Well, contractually I have to be
Yeah,
because I
legally.
gotta
He's
clown on
running
Aaron
that
Sorkin
mouth.
some more.
Yeah,
No, I mean, even the poster, I'm like, this looks like Temu original Social Network. Because what do you mean we're so far past friends or something like that?
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh, it's embarrassing.
I knew Meta was trying to get into like the compete with the
Like wearables.
yeah, and like Oura rings and Fitbit and stuff like that. Because I think it's like Fitbit that's. I think you can correct me if I'm wrong. I often am. It's kind of like dominating that market right now and like basically like owning more of people's
Data.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like just a game that they're trying to win. But
Yeah. But there's something different between owning data, like, okay, so Big Oura Ring knows that I slept good last night. I didn't.
was like-
Versus the being able to like take a photo of anything that you see.
yeah, I really, really hate that unless it's Harry Hill. I don't want to see Meta glasses on anyone except for Harry Hill.
No, because he's doing things with Meta glasses that you couldn't even fathom.
And he always consents, by the way. I was like, he's always like, let me show you what he looked like. I'm like, all right. But anyone else, like, I think there was some incident of someone, and this is not shocking, right? Of course, there's an incident of some person, normally a man, like taking photos or filming people without their consent.
Yeah.
And people are already doing that with iPhones all the time. And it's just, the surveillance state that we live in. It's like, we don't need vigilantes on the street doing the same bullshit with no like real cause, just to like watch and perceive people. It's weird.
And there is something, maybe this is like a bit too, I don't know, woo-woo, but about taking a photo as like framing an image of capturing something and not just like anything that this eye sees is captured, is art. I don't know.
Something I was thinking about actually, because I mean, to be frank, like I was like gifted a pair. I've never used them. They actually like sit in like as if they're surveilling me. They sit in like the basement of my closet, like it's the very back shelf. Like,
You never know.
Never plugged in. Yeah, you never know. They're always listening. But I was thinking about how going out lately has been a little less fun because how many phones are always on a dance floor. And I was at a venue recently where I was just checking the time. I wasn't trying to like film anything. And I was like reprimanded for it. And I was like, oh, that's how it should be though. I want to feel like comfortable. I want to feel free. I want to be with my friends and be present. And that is so difficult to do when you're constantly, as we're saying, under a state of surveillance. Now add glasses to it. And I'm like, that feels harder to monitor. It feels deeply uncomfortable. Like the club isn't fun because everything's always being documented. Why do you think the 80s were so awesome? Also, the drugs were better. But I'm like, people were present and like the way we were documenting things were very different. Maybe I'm glamorizing that.
And that's
time period.
exactly why Taylor Swift said, I'm getting married at MSG with no phone.
You No, someone up in there with their meta glasses.
Imagine. No, it's like Noah Baumbach with meta glasses on, just looking at, assessing the scene.
Oh, you know they have their meta glasses on for sure. You can't put those in a little pouch. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. I'll get off my high horse and.
No, I
sit
love your
down,
high
but
horse.
Yeah,
Casey
that's
Musgraves.
Me being like, it's for the club. That's what I'm worried about. Like, oh God. All right, what are we getting into next?
As a cinema lover, I did enjoy movie night on the program Love Island USA, streaming now on Peacock. Something about Sincere that I really love is that when he was born, he heard his name and took it as a dare.
A challenge, if you will.
He said, interesting. We'll see about that. It's rare to see a man lie so much that even his male friends get the ick. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Corbin and Casey both pulled him aside and said, listen.
Now, brother, we can't build alongside you if you're going to be moving like this. They're like, we trying to build this casa brick by brick.
Right. And
crazy work.
It was a bad night to be Sincere, whatever Sincere's last name is. Sincere opposite.
Imagine he has a mononym. It's like actually just go by Sincere.
Well, he might. I think worst movie night was for Sincere, for Kenzie, and also for Kata for learning about Alana and the circumstance of Alana leaving, which I never thought that was that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Zach was obviously so locked in on her and Bryce, so I don't think he was ever going to come back with anyone else. However,
No.
The triptych of Sincere lying, Kenzie lying, and Casey lying was rough.
That was tough. Wait, well, the thing about Kata is like, I just think she in her gut knows just in general not to trust Zach. It wasn't about him and another girl. It was just more of like, so I'm dating a messy gay guy. And I've been there before, all love, but a few times. But I think she just has like a little bit of that girlhood gut feeling that something might be amiss, even if it has nothing to do with like Alana leaving and him like, you know, lying by omission, I guess.
Yeah. When there's a real plethora of lies from Sincere, it's really hard for anyone else to doubt what they have going on because it's like, oh, well, at least we're not them.
Yeah.
And Melanie even yelling at him, you know, getting upset. I'm like, girl, I want more for you than you want for yourself at this point, which is ironic because that's kind of what she said later to Kenzie about the Dylan situation, about Gall. That's what she said to Anaya, basically.
Well, I think she has such clarity, such real moral clarity around everyone but like herself and her dynamic in terms of like how she operates with Sincere. It makes me sad, honestly. And I was thinking about the way that all the girls were, specifically Anaya, was like, I want you together, like, you know, fuck him, but also like, let's, you know, give him one more chance. And it made me upset because I was like, okay, a real bitch, Parmita, would tell you like, no, like get out, break this cycle, like stop this. But they are on a TV show called Love Island where there's nothing to do but love. And when I say love, of course, I mean like
a kiss is a handshake. Yeah.
We'll get to that because you know I want to talk about it.
Well, back to Anaya. I love Anaya and Melanie's friendship.
Me too.
But when Melanie is watching Sincere tell her one thing, tell Sol the exact same thing, tell Amora the exact same thing,
verbatim.
And then we go back to Mama Happy. And Melanie is like, oh, I'm being made a fool of. I look foolish. And Anaya's like, no. I'm like, girl, you need to let her see. You need to peel her eyes open, let her see that he's making a fool of her in front of her face, in front of America.
Yeah, get her Jen's glasses, put them on, and be like, focus.
Those glasses need to be passed around.
Yeah, and they were.
So everyone can see. Yes.
To, what's the host name?
Ariana Madix.
Thank you, Diva. Yeah, movie night was pretty tough for me. But I'm glad we had to see it. They had to see what we were seeing the whole time.
Yep.
And God forbid a woman dominating male fields. Kenzie, sister. We do have to change, but not yet.
No.
Keep working, sister.
Kenzie has really like blossomed in my esteem.
Ironically, Kenzie and Corbin.
It was honestly just when the world needed him most, he vanished. When the villain needed him most, he vanished.
Before we get to eliminations, a quick aside on Kenzie, because I go like back and forth with her. I really did not like the way she was treating Melanie in the dynamic of her and Corbin, her Kenzie, Corbin, and Melanie situation.
Yes.
Remember, Melanie was like, "I'm coming at you. I'm not going to do anything. He wants to kiss. I'm letting you know." Like, I feel like Melanie was straight up with her.
Yeah.
And it felt weirdly sneaky if they're going to try and really explore this thing that Kenzie had that secret kiss.
Yeah.
Kenzie was so tight about it,
Yeah.
even though Melly came to her woman to woman. And in general, Kenzie they're all basically the same age, all brains developing, but Kenzie just acts young and naive in a way that white women are so good at. And often, again, I hate to get too woke about Love Island. It's very threads of me, but really weaponizes her tears, which I do think to a certain degree are genuine. Like, she doesn't realize that, like, you actually have to treat people better in order to have a deeper connection with them.
Right. No, it's very much, it's not giving manipulative. It really is just giving someone who's so emotional, who is just moving from moment to moment. And it's like the conversation between her and Melanie, where Melanie was like, yes, I voted for you to leave because I feel this way about you and Dylan.
Yeah.
And Kenzie's like, but wait, you're my closest friend and you're my best friend in the villa.
Yeah.
And it's like, Melanie was like, but you're not my best friend.
Yeah, and you don't treat me like a best friend, actually.
Right. And I felt bad for Kenzie to learn that in the moment. I do believe that she believed that. However, it's sort of like...
And it's very similar to the conversation she just had with Jen, which hopefully this was a really good reckoning for Kenzie to be like, oh, I actually need to treat the women in my life better in order to get the reward of their friendship and getting to call them a best friend. And I think it's actually a really profound opportunity for her to continue to grow. Because I like Kenzie. I like me some banana split. I'm with her. But I do need her to grow and change. But I really appreciate seeing those kinds of conversations happen where Jen was like, yeah, like, that was weird to me. That was a weird way to move. You didn't tell me. I found out through everyone else that you're hooking up with my man, basically. Yeah. Or your shared man. I don't know. It's very SZA. You got 9 to 5, I'm the weekend kind of stuff. But, you know, I think it's good for Kenzie, and I think it's good for us to watch.
Okay, who was dumped from the villa? Jen.
A few folk.
Gall. Amora. Caleb. And Jaden. I think Caleb's... Now... I've been saying Caleb needs to get up out of the villa for a minute now.
You have, actually.
Because he is so boring to me. Jen, she's won me over a bit, with the glasses especially.
I love the glasses.
With the glasses especially.
I love her glasses and her corporate pump that she had. Yes, girl.
My favorite thing about Jen is that every confessional is like, listen, I pull outside the villa. I do so well outside of the villa. I don't know what is with these boys here, but like, I'm sexy AF.
She's like, I'm literally a baddie. Like, do you not see these
sorry,
tits?
I'm a model. Like,
and
what?
it is.
I don't know what's happening
Beautiful
with
girl.
these men in this water, but something's not right. That I appreciate about her.
Also, the way that lesbians reacted when she was like, I hate boys, I hate men. And so many people immediately being like, well, what do you like then? I mean, because I'm available. She was a hooper. That's always a little bit.
Really?
It's always enough to work with for me.
I love how you thought I knew how lesbians reacted to Jen.
Well, because you're an ally to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm learning that. This is allyship in practice.
Yeah, we're learning in real time.
Kenzie, you can take a few notes. You can take a few notes about being a friend. Happy about Caleb, happy about Jaden, happy about Gall, happy about Jen. No,
Happy about Amora. She moved a little funny to me.
Yeah, Amora and Gall, I'm like, I know a lot of people are saying that Trinity and Bryce are giving like wanting to be Nicolandria, like scamming.
Okay.
But Amora and Gall, they were the ones I'm like, you guys have never spoken.
That was so
You have
random.
nothing in common.
I'm so glad they went right after doing that to Jen too.
Yes.
Or doing that, I don't know, whatever. But I didn't like the way Amora was like, she's dogging you in the dressing room.
Yeah, it was all weird. But now Parmita and Corbin,
let's talk about it.
no, they should have stayed. They could even be final 3.
I was gonna give him final 4s. I was gonna give him 4, but 3, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think, if Ian has to step out on paternity leave or whatever, Corbin really could be a very funny VO. He could be a very funny or a very funny.
But someone would have to write it for him. He ain't off the dome like Ian is. Yeah, I don't know if he can read. Okay,
but I like him being like, yeah, man, no, that's not right.
Fuck, bro.
Kenzie
is my favorite vocal stim. We got a lot of good vocal stims this season.
But Parmita and Corbin, they really came up. But I think that they should have won the karaoke challenge. They were clearly the best.
Very great.
But I like Corbin really willing to call his friend out, even though during movie night he was getting on my nerves, being like, now where's the double standard? Like, this is a double standard right here. I'm like, girl.
Yeah.
That's why you and Kenzie were so good together, because you were both the exact same.
Just fucking fools. Fools in love. Yeah. Fools in lust. We got to talk about that.
Oh.
The word lustful has an iron grip on that villa. What producer planted that to them? Because they now can't stop saying it.
They can't stop saying it. He's too lustful, though. It's giving lustful.
Okay, can I say the one thing that Casey ever ate?
It's Lust Island. Yes, go.
Was when he was like, Aren't we slapping each other's asses and making out all the time? Ain't we all lustful in this motherfucker? Hate that. Because you're on Love Island. It's a little lust forward.
But it is funny that when you see the men getting called out for like being lustful, it's like, oh, this is the first time you've experienced a double standard. This is the first time you've been shamed for a body count. Like, that's really crazy.
And then they're like, but Kenzie.
They're like, well, we just sit here and take it. We don't get it all in your face, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, right, because we're not telling lies, we're just doing the lie.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling lies as you're lying. Anyway, but I miss Parmita and Corbin.
Yeah.
I'm sad about their loss.
I loved karaoke night in general, though. I was like,
Of
oh,
course
something
you
that
did.
isn't about, like, all up to the sex working community, you know, work is work, and that's real work. But the sitting on the cake and all the hypersexual experience, like, it is that is Love Island, I get it, but it was nice to see them just do, like, a thing you would do with your friends on the weekend.
Yeah, and the sensory experience of watching people, like, sit on cake or, like, get stuff like pies in their face. I'm like,
Not my
yuck.
corner of the internet. All that,
Yuck.
like, glue, or what's it called? The
Slime.
That's not my taste. No, I don't yuck any yums, okay? We
I'll
listen
yuck
and we
it.
don't
I'll
judge.
Yuck it.
Oh,
I'll yuck it. I don't
I'll
like
listen
that.
and she'll judge, okay?
Yeah, I don't. And I know they don't have that many showers in that villa too.
I know, why don't they let them shower for so long? They're just sitting in it. It's disgusting. Making
That's
out with like
production.
old slime and
That's
old
TV
ugh.
production.
Anyway, disgusting. But I like the karaoke night, and I will say I'm grateful that Kenzie got her moment to shine. I was like, even if she leaves, she won just now, you know?
What do you think about the KC defenders? Because he has a lot of them.
Who?
Girl, they're all on threads. They're all getting mad at Teffy and Sierra for
what?
I don't know.
Like coming from?
They thought that he was being too defended. Now they think he's not being defended enough. I don't really get it. I don't like KC.
Yeah.
But I do think he's much better with TT.
TT. Oh, yeah.
Because he really clearly likes her.
Yeah.
Like they have something in common. And even their karaoke thing was very cute.
I know. I actually thought they were kind of good.
Yeah, no,
TT
but
was
them
taking it.
being together does not really discount how he treated Anaya.
Absolutely.
But I have seen some improvement. I have seen some growth. I don't think, that's why I couldn't be on Love Island, because I'm not going to forgive you after you dog me out like that. No.
All love and respect to Anaya, but could never be me. I'm a Taurus.
When
That's
she
a Leo.
apologized for yelling at him, I'm like, okay, sure, but doesn't mean we're good. We don't need to be friends. We don't need to, I wouldn't be cheering you on in a competition.
And it's also giving like Anaya like skipping and hopping and talking to Sincere. Again, could only never be me, could never be my homie. What if I have an ounce of an issue with you? Hunter's got a gun. She's got a bazooka actually, and it's right behind her, right there. You can't see it because she's just waiting for you to mess with me.
No, but that's how I feel, because even
Crazy.
Sincere from the other side, Sincere saying, you know, we're really good friends. I should have defended you more when Casey was trying to dog you out. Like, yeah, duh, you should have.
Obviously, yeah,
No, if we're friends, then we're friends.
yeah. So make that mean something.
So we have July 12th. He'll be free.
Yeah, we'll take our chains off, hop back on the plane.
Yes, when
out of Fiji.
our stay at Love Island USA is concluded. Oof, girl, I'm ready to kick off these heels. Like,
Take that bra off. Hold on.
Put on a bra. Like, take off something that's so unstructured bikini. Ay, ay, ay.
You know, we do need to get off the island, but one thing, low-key, I think we'd be pretty good at, not hosting After Sun. Taking over Ian's job, low-key. Could you imagine us on our Zoom?
No, I wanted to be Corbin. I think he's got a future in voiceover work. He really does.
I could hear it on my iPhone.
He could really be a Pixar villain.
Whoa, yeah.
Maybe even DreamWorks villain.
I got a few job prospects for these islanders. Kata, get that modeling contract, diva.
Oh,
see you on the other
please,
side.
She's so beautiful. Yes, yes, yes.